Hi, I'm Layo.
I'm Bushwacka.
And you're watching
the Guestlist Network.
Welcome to the Guestlist Network. I'm Joe the Groove, and I'm here with Layo and Bushwacka. How you guys doing?
Really good. Hey,
We're good, thanks.
Now I know you guys have been away doing your residency in Amnesia for the summer. How'd that go?
It went really well, actually. I mean, it was a big project for us, a new thing.
Yeah.
Working with new people, out of our old environment, because historically we've done a lot of gigs at Space, and doing something every week was a massive challenge. And it went really well. We did 10 parties.
Yeah.
MTV were doing the Terrace with various live acts.
Yeah.
From Snoop Dogg to 50 Cent to Mark Ronson, Khalees.
That's a lot of it. That's quite a big difference, isn't it? From what you used to do at Space, and then being kind of like, okay, room two's like that, and you guys are providing.
Yeah, but I mean, it was very different because at Amnesia there's only two spaces, and they're both big. So whereas at Space you've got like
the red
one terrace, the other terrace, the main room, the red room, the roof, the salon. And so we had really great guests with us as well. Magda, Marco Carola, Mandy, James Holden. Loads of people.
I saw some of the footage with when the party that Marco that he played at. That looked sick. Yeah, there was like a little kind of phone kind of upload that I saw with that, which was pretty cool.
That was a busy one.
That was a busy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like him as a DJ. He's quality, definitely.
Yes, he was great.
Definitely quality. He gets right in there, doesn't he? No messing around.
Oh, yeah, it's a really good energy.
So you guys going to be going back there next year, I presume?
Yeah, always what happens at the end of the summer, there's always this sort of shenanigans because Ibiza is Ibiza and it kind of works that way. The theory is, I think, 100% that we're doing it next year. We're waiting to see what it's kind of laid out for us, and then we'll make a decision. I mean, we're working at the minute on a new album, and the only kind of caveat for us is it's every Friday, and this year that was kind of good to do. My only concern is if we're doing the album that's going to come out in the early summer, that sort of takes away our whole summer on weekends. Right. It only leaves us one Saturday, every week. So that's our only thing that we're kind of thinking about at the minute in advance of doing it. But yeah, it was definitely a success, and so it's worth building on. It's just doing something in Ibiza every week is it's very different to being a guest where you just rock up, you play, and it's kind of you've got to be much more kind of conscientious about everything. But maybe it's time we grew up and had some responsibility.
Yeah, it's good. I know definitely for you guys, it's a good experience to kind of get back on that kind of promoting thing. So obviously, you guys produce, you DJ, and you tour, and that's what you do. And then you throw your parties. It's obviously like shake it, but then doing that in Ibiza, and then having the responsibility of going. That's a different kettle of fish.
There's a lot of plus points about the weekly as well. I mean, obviously, for Ibiza, for international DJs, the appeal of Ibiza, apart from all the obvious things, is the fact that a lot of them can rock up on a Tuesday when they're not doing anything else. But saying that, on Friday or not, I mean, getting sort of a whole summer of various different people from all over the world coming to the island on holiday, as well as the people that live there, means that our music gets across to a much wider audience, and that audience is wider for that reason, that we're there every week, and because of the various different guests that MTV are booking in their room. When the concert's finished, but pretty much most of the weeks after the main act finished playing, a lot of those people came into our room, and now those people might have come to see 50 Cent
or Snoop Dogg,
not necessarily been as aware of our music as people that know us already. So it was very good for us to get our music across to a very broad audience over summer.
So brand awareness kind of exercise also, which is pretty cool. Okay, so and in a couple days time, you guys have got Shake It again. I'm actually excited about it. It's not my party. The last one I went to, that for me, I already told you guys that was one of the best parties this year I've been to.
Cool, that's
I've
really
been to a lot of warehouse parties. I mean, I did have to wait outside. I wait outside, but even though I was outside, I felt like I was a clubber. Now, I'm a DJ and journalist kind of thing, but I was like, I want to get inside. When I did get inside, the music was just great from beginning to end.
Fantastic.
It was rocking.
Really good to hear.
The system was tight as well.
Yeah, really tight.
It wasn't just a function one. It was it was really, really tight. It was bellowing. The crowd was amazing, and I think a lot of those people will be back on Saturday. I mean, you've got Reboot playing for you Saturday.
Yeah. Which is good to have. We try to vary it a little bit to go between sort of the shades of techno and house. Do you know what I mean? A little bit, because we feel that it's what we play, it's what we're into, and also you vary the audience just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going for someone like Marco or Magda or Rich, it's a certain kind of thing. If you go a little bit housey with Reboot, again you get a slightly different thing, which keeps the party kind of alive, I think.
So you guys going to kind of do the same kind of format, the Layo Bushwacka thing, where, because you guys are pretty diverse in what you play, and I liked at the end where you guys just kind of went in a bit tougher and just closed it out like that, because it was quite rolling and techie and kind of housey with Magda, and you guys jumped back on and just pounded it, and everyone just went for it. And
we'll probably do it slightly differently this time. We'll probably play quite tough in our early set and then slightly space it out a bit housey just before Reboot comes in, sort of allow him the space to kind of do what he's going to do.
Okay, I'm definitely. So is that Reboot live?
No, he's DJing. He's DJing, yeah.
Okay.
But maybe he'll come and bang it out.
We'll have to see.
I mean, I've heard him at Pasha a few times and he's banged it out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. So is that your last party for this Shake It for this year?
No, we've got another Shake It on the 3rd of December with Paco Suna from Plus 8, who's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And one of the friends from the summer. That's actually one of the people that came out of doing the summer in Amnesia.
Yes, he played at our night with us at Amnesia and played a fantastic set. I went to listen to him a couple of other times since as well, and he's on form.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you basically love that set. You're like, actually, we'll have some of that again, kind of thing.
I was very taken. Over the summer, he was the one who kind of did it for me energy-wise, out of the people that I wasn't already familiar with.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So just going back to your album, I remember I spoke to you guys about this months ago, and you said, we're thinking about the album. You kind of knew you were going to do the album anyway, but you didn't tell me. So now you're actually in progress with it. How far are you into it?
Yeah, we're far now.
You're pretty far into it. Okay.
We've chosen the tracks that out of all the stuff that we've written, we've chosen the tracks that we're most happy with. We've arranged quite a few of those tracks already.
Yeah.
Album finished mixes done on some of them. Others work in progress at the moment of the more up dancefloor mixes. And there's some of the tracks that we have sent out for various different vocalists to put some ideas down to. We're just waiting on them to come back. So we're at the point where we've got a format, we're tidying things up right now. We're going to start thinking about how to put it together, and then take it away over Christmas and come back early Feb and start gluing it.
Start gluing it together, and then obviously releasing that late summer.
I think early summer theoretically. Obviously, it depends quite how we do it, but early or late summer depends. Which way it goes.
Okay, cool. So what else have you got in the pipeline for this year then, boys?
Well, we are going off to Asia next week for touring. We get back, we get just about time to wash our clothes, and then we've got an amazing South American weekend with Creamfields in Buenos Aires, the SWU Festival in Sao Paulo in Brazil.
Okay, that's your guys' favourite place, secondary to London, isn't it?
And then basically we get back from there, gigs, staying in here working on the album, and then Christmas comes and then South America.
Back to South America, because you like to take a month out, don't you?
Well, it's a kind of combination of, we're very lucky because we've got a lot of friends, obviously got a lot of family there now, and we're able to sort of be there. It's their summertime, so we're able to be in the southern hemisphere, based in Brazil, and play all around Argentina, Chile, Ecuador, Peru, and have some time out but work at the same time. This particular time away will be really good because we'll have the album to listen to. It'll be in rough, but it means we can come back and tweak and live with what we like, what we don't, change what we don't like, and then address it a little bit freshly in the new year, which I think will be a new thing for us to have that time a little bit on our side of it, almost like the first time again, because the albums after, once you release one, then everyone's expecting, because it's been a long while.
Yeah, of course.
We don't feel under that pressure anymore.
Yeah.
It's funny because last night I listened to. I went to bed quite late, and
as you do.
I just hooked up my home computer system so that my iPad and my iPhone and my laptop, everything reads my iTunes library off my main computer. I went to bed and I ended up listening to the very last track off the Low Life, which was our first album, and it made me feel really emotional because it felt like it brought back all the memories of putting the album together, writing it, the thought, the emotion that had gone into it, where we were at in our lives right then, and the there were so many less sort of rules and regulations as to sort of where we wanted to go or had to go with the sound back then, and it, you know, it really reminded me that just, you know, it's all about good music. It's either good music or bad music for me, and it should just be like that.
Yeah. I think that is the power of music. It can instigate a thought, a smell. You can remember something so fresh as if it was yesterday, even if it was years ago.
Yeah, totally. Well, different songs kind of completely define a summer or a winter or a relationship. And I think with, you know, one of the things I felt with Low Life was it was the not nicest is a bad word, but it was the most creative period because there weren't any rules. No one really knew who we were. We could kind of do it at our own pace, and when the album was ready, it was ready to put out. And actually, what's been nice about this album, it has a little bit that feeling. I don't feel under any pressure just to make it a good album by our standards and our definition and our sound. And because it's been a long time, it's ready to put out when it's ready to put out, and then we go from there. But it's made the recording process has been very kind of light and easy, deeper in kind of what we've been doing, but just in the feeling of creativity, it's been very, you know, it's gelled quickly.
Okay. Great. I'm going to ask you guys the same question. I'll start with you, Matt. Right? If you had an empty pool, you could fill it with anything. What would you fill it with?
Money.
Money. Okay. If you had an empty pool, what would you fill it with, Leo?
Oh God. Well, if I wasn't married, I'd say beautiful women.
I already had an empty pool full of beautiful women.
An empty pool. Good God, it's an interesting question. Well, if it was my pool,
well, he's got the money, so he might give you some of that. Share it, So
I guess it was my pool. I just fill it with water. Why not?
Cool.
Just go for a swim.
Nice one. That's what Richie Houghton said.
Yeah.
Because he swims every morning, and that's his time for him to get his head clear. And he said a pool without water is not right in my life or something like that.
Fair enough.
I was like, okay.
Well, I'll take the money and go swim in Richie's pool.
Right. Thank you, boys.
Thanks.
Looking forward to Saturday.
Go on, man.